Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. You already know what it is. Chicken to the City, the place to be. With a half hoodie and a half t-shirt on. I wanted to cover up my headphones. I don't know why I bought some green headphones, knowing that it would be blending into the background. But that's what it is. So I put my hoodie on so that my stuff won't be doing like this, right? Look kind of crazy as it's going in and out. So it's all good. I'll just do it like that for now. Get you some old now t-shirts. Get you some Big Buffs t-shirts. Also, the link is right now below. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can immediately. But what we're going to do today, right now, is first of all, shout out everybody in the chat right now. Kenneth Hudson, Joanna Williams, what's happening? Haven't seen you in a minute. Clinton Wayne, oh no. Jeanette Fox for Shiggity. D Jones for real, oh no. Let me know where y'all checking in from and how y'all checking in though. Yes, sir. All right. We got the early summer Colorado Buffs football depth chart. Shout out to buffstampede.com. My guy Adam Mustard Tiger, you already know what it is as we do our show each week. Buff from updates. Y'all can check that out. New York checking in. Oh, now Eric Turner. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Colorado Buffs early summer football depth chart predictions on the defensive side of the football. And once again, this is by my guy Adam. What y'all can do, because right now they have a 60% off deal on buffstampede.com. This is not a promo or ad, but official ad. But this is, you can go there right now on buffstampede.com and get 60% off on your um, membership and become a VIP member like I am right here. You can also get exclusive content by joining on. So, let's go right into it. The Buffaloes added 26 new scholarship players on the defensive side of the football since last year. How do we see those pieces fitting in? All right, yeah, we saw the offensive early depth chart, which I'll go over and I'll drop a video too. But as right now, we're going to do the defensive side. We're going to start with the big guys up the middle. That's the defensive tackles. All right. And right now, this is according to Adam, and I'll give you guys my take on this. And then on Buffum Updates, Adam and I will be discussing these things so that we can answer you guys' questions. Shout out to Francina Jones in the chat right now. Jeanette Fox once again checking in from Texas, Dundee, Florida, and also we got NY in the building, New York for sure. Appreciate you dropping the links. D Jones. All right, so y'all let me know who y'all think would be the starting defensive tackles. And these would be the guys who are the more athletic big guys. Although all of our guys are athletic on the athletic side, but these are the ones that can move, over the guards, play outside a little bit technique, and that's going to be the Shane Coates, Amari McNeil, and Ryan Buell as the top three listed by my guy Adam. All right, so he also says in his analysis, when was the last time the Buffs had this much depth going into the heart of the summer? There are a lot of versatile defensive linemen, edge players, and even linebackers in the program. So it's challenging to peg players into a specific spot, and the front line defensively will rotate more than any other group on the team. Coach Qualley did better than his stat line would suggest in 2023, while McNeil came on as the season went along to be one of the Buffs' most consistent defensive linemen. Buell is an intriguing addition from Ohio after earning third team All-MAC honors last season. 247 Sports gave him a 4-star transfer rating. So that's a defensive tackle spot. Shane Coates, Amari McNeil. Coates is a senior, McNeil is a junior, and Ryan Buell is a senior also. There's going to be a heavy competition right there at that spot. Let me know what y'all think, who y'all think will be the starters. We're going to go from there. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. D. Jones says Shane Coates is his guy. Chidozie and Buell should start. Is Shane Coates still a DT? Yeah, so Coates is listed as a defensive tackle. That's what we're going over right now, the defensive tackles. And right now, Shane Coates, number 1, Amari McNeil, number 2, Ryan Buell, number 3. That's Adam's side. My side would look, if we're using the same 3 players, man, I like all three of these guys. I would have to really, really evaluate these guys in when the pads come on, but based off what they did last year and their potential this year and the way the scheme works, I would look at it as being like this. All right, man. Shane Coates, I really like what Coates brings across the board. I really like Amari McNeil, what he brings across the board. Buell has that experience, and when he get them pads on, he might be able to jump both of these guys and be the starter. It's Shane Coates' position to lose. It's Amari McNeil's to gain. If he plays to his potential, I think he's better. He has more tools and more talent that he can eventually be better than both of these guys. But that's saying a lot because both of these guys, as Coates and Buell, are highly productive senior guys, highly intelligent, very smart guys who's going to be in their places. Shane Coates played a lot better than his stats suggested last year. So I think all three of them will play a heavy percentage of plays. Who would be the actual starter, though? I think that's going to be up in the air. But if Big Dog had to make a list of 1, 2, and 3, man, my list is gonna go. The number 2 guy will be my number 1 guy. I'm gonna switch it around like that. I'm gonna go McNeil, Coates, and Buell. I'm gonna go McNeil, Coates, and Buell. But shoot, actually, I might go McNeil, Buell, and Coates. You know, I might go Buell, McNeil, then Coates. You know, but I think McNeil or Buell will be my starter there, and Coates I'll come in and I'll use him in specific spots where he's the best at, and go from there. All right. Let's see what y'all saying in chat. Troy Bly say Buell is number 1. Nicholas Braxton say McNeil over Coates. Troy Bly also said Chris Over is no way Jordan Seats are not starting. Let me see. Chris said I got Zach Owens. Okay, you talk about the offensive line. We'll get that in a minute. All right. Oh, now so I'm listening. Say salute. Okay, let's get to the nose tackles then. Nose guards. Here we go. Nose tackle positions led up by Chidozie Nwankwo, the senior, who played over 1,600 snaps last year. Well, I should say almost 1,700 at 1,699. So Chidozie Nwankwo, the senior. Then you got Torian Carter from Arkansas. Chidozie came over from Houston. Torian Carter came over from Arkansas. And Quinn Barnes came over from Alabama. And then Taufik Thomas came over from Louisville. Chidozie has the most experience. Let me just tell you right here from Adams' wrap up. He said, just like the previous group, these big body defensive linemen have quite a bit of experience. Nwankwo played 1,699 defensive snaps at Houston and graded out as the Cougars' second best defender in 2023 by PFF. And Carter saw action in 33 games over 3 seasons at Arkansas, about 10 games a season. Barnes did not get on the field at Alabama, but he saw what winning football looks like over 3 seasons with the Crimson Tide, and he has fit in well since arriving in Boulder. Taufik Thomas played in 22 contests at Louisville. So, nose tackle, got some serious competition, definitely. Based on the ones, Taufik is the most explosive of that list. I like that. Nose tackle has crazy depth. Pancake looking crazy on 1v1s, though. We'll definitely get the pancake. All right. So we're talking about nose tackles now. Chidozie Nwankwo played a lot of snaps, as you see right here. So that means that he might, hopefully, I'll take that back. I won't say might. I'll say hopefully he won't have so much tread off of those tires, so to speak, to where, he's having to deal with injuries and things of that nature, like we saw in the spring. So if he's healthy, he has the proven tape that has shown that he can be that number 1 defensive tackle. He can eat up those blocks. He can take on the blocks. He can defeat blocks. He can keep them off of your defensive lineman. He's a man in that middle. And the thing is, by these 4 deep defensive tackles is you only need Chidozie for 2 great plays. Give me 2 hard Chidozie plays and come out. Then I'll take 2 hard Torian Carter plays or Anquan Barnes plays. Or give me 1 pass rush from Taufik Thomas. All of these guys rotate and they're fresh when they come in. Don't you like to eat your fruit fresh or your food fresh, hot? You know what I'm saying? You want your guys to come in fresh. If that makes sense. in any capacity. So yeah, that's where we at right now. Let me see. Let's see what y'all saying right here in the chat. I think Thomas should be a power three tech. I like our technique. I think you're trying to say. I like his ability to rush, but I guess he could be a mix with another three technique. Yeah, I think so too. All of these guys, like I said, you find out where they're best at and only use them there. You don't need them doing things, uh, where it's not needed. Now, I will say this: speaking of these guys that we just went over, that's four deep right there at the nose tackle, and then three deep right here at the defensive tackle. So we got seven guys right here across the front that we're looking at. If we're going goal line defense, where we won't use a defensive end, but we'll use all nose tackles and defensive tackles, my goal line defense will consist of, if I'm going four or five across the front, then I would have Chidozie, Tarion Carter, Anquan Barnes, and then I'll go Ryan Buell or Maury McNeil or even Shane Coates there. Taufik will be one of my pass rush specialists over the guard in the center. He'll be my inside pass rush specialist. I got big run stoppers, and Barnes and Carter and Chidozie, theoretically. No, Chidozie shouldn't. I think we have pass rusher guys who can come in. Speaking on this comment right here, we have pass rush guys that can come in. So no need to have Chidozie in those positions where he has to pass rush, nor Tarion Carter. I don't need you to pass rush. If I'm going pass rush now I got NASCAR. The only defensive tackles I'm using or nose tackles I'm using in my obvious pass rush positions is Amari McNeil or Ryan Buell. Those two guys can really pass rush, or even Shane Coates. Shane Coates is not a bad pass rusher also. But these three guys would be in more passing situations rather than any of these guys other than Big Taufik Thomas. All right. So those would be my inside pass rushers versus my inside run stoppers. Now let's go to the outside. We'll do the corners also. We'll get there. Let's go to the outside now, guys, as we did the trenches. And we get exciting as we talk about these guys. See Sam Okunlola right here and what he did in the spring. And we'll go right here to BJ Green, heading that group, the senior coming over from Arizona State. And from there, we go to Samuel Okunlola from Pittsburgh, sophomore. And then Quincy Wiggins, former five-star sophomore from LSU, will be number 3, with Okunlola number 2, and BJ Green. And based off of what they've done in the past, BJ Green being the most consistent or the most productive. Then Okunlola has done his thing last year. Quincy Wiggins has probably the most potential out of the group. So Green went from a walk-on at Arizona State to a scholarship player to one of the most explosive pass rushers in the country. He has the ability to play multiple techniques on the defensive line, and he has a sense of urgency with his college eligibility set to run out. So expectations are high. Okunlola tied for Pittsburgh's team high in sacks last season, and he was trending up at the end of the season of his redshirt freshman campaign. Wiggins was one of the top-ranked prospects in Louisiana a couple of years ago, and after some seasoning at LSU, he is now running with the herd. All right? So Wiggins, Okunlola, and B.J. Green are heavy defensive ends who can really come off the edge and pass rush. What you guys are saying in the chat is, now from Richmond, Virginia. Now what's happening with your Buell and McNeil, clear-cut pass, interior pass rushers. Yes, indeed. The boy just said that. Who said that? Eric Turner. Now. Let me see if I can highlight some of you guys' comments since y'all commenting on here. Anthony Steele said, being a starter on the defensive line won't be a big deal. However, who's on the field during high-stakes situations will. I like that, and I agree. Chidozie should come out, clear pass rushing situations. Of course, you got guys who come in. I'll bring in Taufik or Buell or Amari McNeil or Shane Coates in for him. Buell and McNeil, clear-cut pass rush interior guys. Now from Richmond once again. Okunlola, Cheeto, Buell, B.J. Green, not even close with McNeil pass rushing it. With Buell, B.J. Green, then Quincy Wiggins, Okunlola, Quincy and Green look unstoppable in practice. Okay. Having the ability to switch from speed lineups to power lineups is way more important. So yeah, flexibility is key. Right. BJ Green. I'm going to talk about this NASCAR defensive package in the second pass rushing package. I don't think Shane Coach should start at all, respectfully, Tyron said. Oh, no. All right, let's get right into it. So, BJ Green, Sammy Okolo, and Quincy Wiggins, all of these guys would be part of my NASCAR package, whether it's the first team or second team NASCAR. NASCAR meaning the fast guys, the defensive linemen who are the fastest ones who can get to the quarterback. So all of them would be a part of my NASCAR with probably a defensive tackle in there like Buell or McNeil or Coates. All right, and obvious passing downs. Or I can put these guys over the center and the guard. So you got BJ Green lined up over the center and the guard at the nose tackle or defensive tackle. Then Okunlola or Wiggins lined up as the nose or defensive tackle, outside shaded of the guard, right? So then who's going to be the outside guys? You go to the outside linebacker position. You got one of the pass rush specialists, Deion Hayes, Jeremiah Brown. Nikhil Webb Walker can play outside. Also, pass rushing specialist Arden Walker, Tajay McCoy, and Keaton Wade can be pass rushers from outside. So the NASCAR package would be heavy on the pass rush. Like we saw teams last year pin their ears back and get after us. That's what we can do to teams this year with the package that we have. And BJ Green, Sammy Okunlola, Quincy Wiggins. And then you add in a guy like Dalen Hayes. Oh my gosh. Dalen Hayes and Arden Walker on the outside with BJ Green on the inside and Wiggins. Oh, Tajay McCoy coming in special situations. We should be good on the pass rushing, and we should be good technically or theoretically. With the substitutions, we should be good against the run too up front. As far as the outside linebacker position goes, number 2 spot, they have listed at outside linebacker 2, outside linebacker 1. We could have listed Hayes as the defensive end and Okunlola at outside linebacker. We could also list Brown at either outside linebacker or inside linebacker. Let's point out again to illustrate the versatility of Colorado's defensive front 7 in 2024. Hayes pressured exactly what I was just pointing out right there. Hayes pressured the opposing quarterback 44 times last fall as a fourth-year junior, and he played in a total of 30 games with the Panthers. Of course, he'll be a senior this year. His last go-around, Hayes, let me see, Walker, a local product that spent time at Missouri before transferring back home, made strides last season and should have an impactful role this fall, coming off that hand injury that kept him out of the spring. Well, Walker is a wild card in the group, and he has turned heads during the summer workout. Nikhil Webb Walker came over from New Mexico State. Jeremiah Brown from Jackson State played with Colorado last year. Deion Hayes once again Pittsburgh. Arden Walker, Colorado by way of Missouri. Tajay McCord, redshirt freshman, played with the Buffs last year. And then Keaton Wade from Kentucky. A lot of guys who you can plug out there and play. Unlike last year, I think we picked up a lot of guys who are not like projects, or we hoping they can do these things. We got guys who kind of like, they played last year. They've done some things in the past, or they have high potential. All right, here we go. Going inside linebacker. You see my guy right here representing the 205, Birmingham, Alabama, to be exact. Jackson Hole High School. Went to Clemson. Got his degree and everything. Played last year, improved throughout the season. That's the middle linebacker, the captain, a.k.a. Unk, the leader of the bunch. Levante Bentley, the middle linebacker, the senior, number 20. He's number 1 on the list, but he's going to have a junior pushing him a lot this year. Nakai Hill Green, I can see both of them playing together. I think Green is a hybrid guy who can play middle, who can play wheel, who can play outside and rush. So that's that versatility that we're going to have based off of the guys that we brought in, and he is one of those guys who is there listed at number 2 as the middle linebacker, Mike linebacker position right now behind Levante Bentley. Let me know what y'all think about that. But you got another wild card. I would say the wild card is Johnny Chainsaw Chaney coming over from FAMU. A super fast linebacker who can go sideline to sideline, head hunter, bigger than what a lot of people think. Will go get after it in the pass game, can tackle in space. Johnny Chainsaw Chaney, look out for him. I think all three of these guys can play. I think all three of these guys might be able to play on the next level and get paid for it, whether it's XFL, NFL, CFL. These three guys can all play. Levante Bentley, Mikhail Green, and Johnny Chainsaw Cheney. All right, we go to the wheel backer, the wheel linebacker, or you might call it the weak side linebacker, or the guy who do a lot of coverage. And that is Trevor Woods, Jalen Wester, or Brendan Gant. And once again, I think Mikhail Green can also play that position. And here's his analysis right here is from Adam. It is hard not to list Hill Green as a starter at middle linebacker, and it's hard to list Cheney third on the depth chart, given what both have accomplished at the collegiate level. But Bentley was arguably the Buffs' most improved defensive player throughout the course of 2023 campaign. He tied for the team lead in sacks. Woods is a hybrid that is a proven playmaker on defense, with Wester being the vocal voice in the locker room, and Gant also having a great deal of college experience coming over from Florida State. All right, this is, and I'm telling you, like now, without even doing all the special graphics, without doing anything, looking at a super huge amount of film, without doing all the extras. This is the best breakdown you're gonna get and analysis you're gonna get right here. Let me know in the chat what you think. If there's another better breakdown of the whole squad of each player and knowing the players out there, let me know. Please let me know. Because the boy had his hands on the post this whole time and been locked in this whole time. And I'm looking at these players, seeing these players, evaluating these players, got love for these players, but at the same time, I'm holding them accountable, saying what I feel and I think based off the film, because the eye in the sky does not lie. And anytime you watch film with real football vocalists or whatever connoisseurs or enthusiasts, then you'll know that, hey man, it's not going to lie on the film. So why am I going to sit here and lie to you in your face? Because I like you or whatever. So let's move on to the cornerback spot. That is Preston Hodge right there. Cornerback one. All right. Of course, we got Travis Hunter listed as the cornerback number one. Number two, Preston Hodge. I'll explain why they have it listed like this in a second. Number three, Ivan Yates. And then cornerback two, DJ McKinney, Colton Hood, and then Ivan Yates once again, without listing all of the newcomers like Angel Lopez, like Malachi Murphy, and a few other guys that we have walk-ons and newcomers, and even Namir Robinson not listed on here. But these are just out of these five guys right here. This is how it's broken down. Let me tell you what Adam said, which is Hunter, Hodge, and McKinney emerged as the top three cornerbacks during spring ball, with Hunter and Hodge also working at nickelback. The plan is for Hunter to shadow the opposing team's most talented receiver, so he will move around accordingly. Hodge was the top defender for Liberty, which had an undefeated regular season in 2023 before transferring to Boulder in 2023, before transferring to Boulder. But McKinney was a star on the rise at Oklahoma State before jumping to another program in the new Big 12. Hood also enjoyed a strong season with the Tigers of Auburn before changing addresses. Yates is a wild card at the position, providing quality depth as a transfer from Furman, who started all the games he played in. So a lot of talent at the cornerback position also. Colton Hood from Auburn, DJ McKinney. So the reason why they have them listed like this, right, as cornerback one and cornerback two, it could be, left cornerback or right cornerback or whatever, but it's going to be three cornerbacks on the field. That'll be Travis, Preston, and DJ as of right now. Colton Hood can make a case and say, hey, man, I could be that starter at nickel, or I could be that starter outside and put Hodge at nickel while Travis is getting the rest, which probably won't be a lot. But I think Colton Hood is going to be able to work his way in there. And guess who's raising his hand in the back and like, I got something to say about that. That's Ivan Yates. He has something to say about that. As this guy has proven skills playing at Furman last year, I saw from what I saw on footage. He has great feet, great size for the position, 6 feet. Can really go after to get the ball. Aggressive cornerback, but very smart. Reads the quarterback, can play zone and man coverage, which this squad, this defensive coordinator will ask of him to play all those things. You got to play play press, definitely, which he loves to do. Has long arms, can really do that at the cornerback position. So Travis Hunter, President Hodge, Ivan Yates, DJ McKinney, and Colton Hood will be my top 5 cornerbacks on the squad right now, who you'll see a lot of this year. Now, you go to nickelback, and it's pretty much the same thing what I just broke down, but then Adam added in Cameron Silver Craig, which based off of these guys, how I just broke it down, we won't see. I don't think we'll see a lot of Silver Craig playing the nickel. You might see him playing that star position, which is in the same type area as the nickel, but you'll know that because you'll see another 2 safeties on the field. At the nickelback, it'll be another cornerback on the field, while you'll see Silver Craig more maybe off the ball or something like that. So let's go. Let's go past that as Travis Hunter, Preston Hodge, Cameron Silver Craig were named. Let's go to safety spot with Shiloh Sanders. And Adam has Shiloh listed as the strong safety. I like to list him as the free and Craig as the strong, but that's interchangeable. As Sanders, as he said here, Sanders has not been a full participant during early summer strength and conditioning work, but until we hear otherwise, we have to operate with the assumption he will be ready to go for the season opener. Silver Craig is also an established playmaker, whether he is at safety or nickelback. Riley had some run with Miami's first team defense this spring before making a move to Boulder. Stockmile showed well as a true freshman at cornerback before moving over to safety, the position his father played in the NFL. That is the safety spot. That's going to sum up the defense, but we'll go over this depth chart right here. It's R.J. Johnson, who I like a lot, came over, redshirt freshman from Arkansas, listed at the bottom of the list, probably just because he's a redshirt freshman, but he's a kid that has a lot of potential, who could probably jump Travis J if Travis J is not stepping up or doesn't feel like he's completely healthy. But if he is completely healthy, you might see Travis J on the field because a lot of people like look at the one-on-one and say, but I know that Travis J can make plays when the ball is definitely in front of him. He can come up and be a thumper. Carter Stockmeyer, I just think just continue, just play, needs more snaps to get that experience, but a guy who has a lot of talent, great size, ability, and the want to, got that dog mentality. But the main man on this defense as far as safety goes, and if you're not talking about Shiloh Sanders, then you're talking about Cameron Silver Craig out of Birmingham, Alabama, another 205 project, playing with Coach Prime and next to Shiloh Sanders. I would say he's the head of the game, at least vice president. If Shiloh the CEO, then he's the CFO, the chief financial officer. He's making everybody pay coming across that middle, dog. So Shiloh backed up by Savion Riley and Herman Smith the third. Herman Smith going to make a lot of plays on that special teams. If Shiloh is out at any time, you'll see Smith come in and Riley play a lot also. He played at Vanderbilt and at the University of Miami. Throw the U up. Shout out to the U. All right, I'm going to give a few shout outs to everybody in the chat right now. We got over 200 plus people in here just on YouTube, should I say? Let's see here what y'all got to say. Don't forget about Cam Michael at cornerback too. Exactly. Cam Michael can play corner also. Good point right there. But I don't think any other freshmen were listed on here right now. Hit that like button. TG said. What's good, Big Dog Chico? PC, Alabama in the building. You already know. Phoenix City. Well, if I'm not mistaken, right? It is Phoenix City, right? We have a lot of depth in the secondary. See, the thing is about this chart right here, dog. Everybody I named or everybody listed on this chart looks like, they can play, man. They can play. Everybody can play. Everybody can be on the field at some point this season. That's the difference with this depth chart this year. Last year I was looking at the chart and I was like, you know what? He's a project. You know what? He won't play this year. He needs to get bigger. He needs to get stronger. He's a tweener. He's going to have to play here this year out of position to help this team. So he's not going to be as good. So this year, though, you got guys who can rotate in and be in there for their specific skill set. Put your city and your state in the chat. Hit the like for the algorithm for your boy. Put your city and your state or your country in the chat and hit the like for your algorithm. to make sure that you get to see this next time I go live. If you ever had a problem with understanding or knowing when I go live and it's not showing, that's probably because you didn't hit the like button in the past to show the algorithm that, hey, I like this content right here, what Big Dog is producing. Will H said injuries would mean most likely everyone get in if it's a championship season. Yeah, you can count on there being some injuries this year, definitely. So I like the depth that we have. From R.J. Johnson to Cameron Simmons Craig, all can play. Herman Smith Shallow, all can play. Cameron, all can play. Right here, all can play. Pass experience, pass, all can play. Talent, coming off an injury, can play, can play, can really play, can play, can play. All of them got talent. These guys just need opportunity. Same thing here, can play, did this thing. So the talent is there. We just got to put this all together and make the best out of it. You feel me? A few more comments coming in. I appreciate the super chats and everything. Reverend BJ Nelson said, he's scared. You already know what it is. Throwing up the dub for the West Side Bay Area, checking in. San Fran, now to you out there on the West Coast, baby. Because I'm out here on the far west, out here in Hawaii right now. Out here in the middle of the Pacific, getting ready to head to the beach. Going to take the little ones to the beach. I want to say a happy Father's Day to anybody listening in out there. Y'all put a happy Father's Day in the chat right now. Sheldon Johnson said 314 St. Louis in here. I think the trenches is ready to go to war when the season starts. We're ready to see it, definitely. Eric Turner said BJ Green looks angry and focused, looks like a monster season coming from him. Right, had 13 sacks, I think, last year. And he's coming for nothing but the blood this year, dog. He got his eyes on the prize. He's focused in what he came to Colorado to do. No playing around. He said other people can talk and entertain the camera. I'm here to play football, and I like to hear that. Happy Father's Day, everybody out there. Big 2-1 said, y'all already know what it is. Shout out to my players and playettes. No, okay, that's what it is. You from Milwaukee, so I already know you got that P up in you. You feel me? Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day weekend. Get your barbecue on. Go do something good for your father. If my pops is listening right now, as he usually is, happy Father's Day to you. You know I'm gonna hit you up later on. Give you a call if it's not too late. I'll definitely hit you tomorrow though. My hot take has been all along that D-line improvements are going to be way more important compared to where we were last year. For Shiggity. For sure. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the biggest dog, Chico to the scene, the place to be. Coming to teach you live and direct. I'm back like vertebrae. Yes. Shouts out to my dogs. And shouts out to Naughty by Nature. You know what I mean? I think I have a story to tell, but maybe I'll do it on my offensive breakdown. Any questions out there before I get up out of here? If Colorado can stop the run, look for them to be an elite team this year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unbelievable. Oh, we got a super chat coming through. Or is that a new member? New member to the program, Sharon Laverne Fuller said, now from the great state of Texas. She checking in. Hey, man, if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button for the algorithm. If you haven't hit the join button, you could join my channel. Do something to support your page, support your favorite channel on YouTube. Get you a O9 shirt. Get you any type of merch you can get. Get you a Big Buffs t-shirt if you want. Also, you can hit the donation for the Cash App right there to Speed Hustle TV. That is me, Speed Hustle TV. Or if you want to advertise your business or anything that you're doing out there, go right here and hit me up on email, bigdogchico@gmail, and get your ad up there in the corner where I'll read it off and I'll say your website, just like I'm saying mine right down here. Go get you some merch, bigdogchico.myspreadshop.com and get you some. What you waiting on? P. Holland, we're going to be back with some more. I appreciate you liking this breakdown. We're going to be back with some more on the offensive breakdown coming up soon, all right? So share this thing, like this thing. Hit me on Facebook also, Big Dog Chico Sports Talk on Facebook, live and direct right now. If you haven't heard, Sco Big or Sco Home. What you waiting on? Let's get it in. It's the biggest dog. Chico to the scene, the place to be. I'm gonna be up and about this thing right now. Oh, now to my haters. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, peace, and another. Sure, y'all.